Ah, what's Gareth over at Video Tasties doing? Oh, he's got a cool challenge. Oh, neat. What's that? Welcome back to Colin in Cleveland. I'm a big fan of Video Tasties, and his channel is doing an Arnold Schwarzenegger video challenge for February. So the challenge involves picking your top 3 Arnold Schwarzenegger films or rank the top 10 Arnold Schwarzenegger films he has listed in the picture. Let's start with number 10, Conan the Barbarian.
What good is a sword against sorcery?
If you're going to learn how to fight, then learn with a real weapon, not with a toothpick.
Obviously a big role for Arnold, not quite his breakthrough, but still an important role in his career. I'm not really a big sword and fantasy fan, so Conan has never really been a big appeal to me. I definitely see Arnold's charisma. I see the influence of John Milius behind the camera that was missing in Richard Fleischer's Conan the Destroyer. But among these choices, just gotta call them like I see them. For me, Conan is number 10. Moving on to number 9, Red Heat.
Soviet method is more economical.
I definitely enjoyed Arnold's performance as a Russian police officer. I like that it's a contemporary setting with firearms instead of swords, but at the end of the day, Red Heat is not one I revisit very often. I've always been a big Walter Hill fan, and the chemistry between Belushi and Arnold was fine, but I don't know, something about the writing just didn't come together for me. So that is Red Heat, number 9. Moving on to number 8, Commando.
I'm afraid you missed me. Remember Sally when I promised to kill you last? I lied.
What'd you do with Sally?
I let him go.
I'm definitely a big fan of Mark Lester's 1985 film Commando, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger as John Matrix. But if I had to try to put a word on the reason it's never ranked higher, there's just something simple about it. It works, it's fun, it's good. I enjoy the relationship with Radon Chong. I enjoy seeing Arnold as a father, especially in silly moments like eating ice cream with his daughter, played by Alyssa Milano. I like how Alyssa Milano fends for herself and, tries to get herself out of situations. So for me, Commando is definitely fun, but it's not one I revisit very often. Hey John, good to see ya. I didn't know you were standing there. I'm still trying to figure out why there was a kid's toy line for an R-rated film. I guess because he had a daughter? I don't know. Alright, so that was Commando, coming in at number 8. Moving up to number 7, we've got Predator.
Knock, knock. Stick around.
Obviously a big film, one of Arnold's classics. I definitely love it, I can't say I don't, but among this list, there's definitely films I enjoy watching more. I do love you, Predator, don't get me wrong. You'll always be the second best Arnold movie of 1987. I completely agree with Arnold's decision to put Predator as the big summer release and Running Man in the fall. Arnold knows what he's doing. So that was Predator, coming in at number 7. Next up, we've got Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
And if someone comes up to you with an attitude, you say, "Hasta la vista, baby."
Hasta la vista, baby.
Definitely a huge film. I was trying to decide if this was the first Arnold Schwarzenegger film I ever saw. It was definitely probably my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film as a kid. I wasn't a big fan of the original Terminator. It was too dark and too scary for me when I was young, so Terminator 2 was more my speed. I mean, what kid didn't dream about having a Terminator to just be their best friend, right? So that's Terminator 2 Judgment Day, coming in at number 6. Alright, looks like we made it to the top 5, and we have Last Action Hero.
Jack, I'm talking to you. Are you going in there? Finish your badge.
This is the Lieutenant Governor.
Later, here's what I do. The governor gets you, call me.
From the same director, John McTiernan, as Predator. 1993, the same year John McTiernan directed Die Hard 3. In my opinion, both films that have gone on to increasingly gain greater fan appreciation. Just kind of like every kid wants a Terminator, God did I want to be Danny Madigan. That kid had everything you could want as an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. You got to go into the movie with Jack Slater. Love Last Action Hero. And as much as I love it, it seems like it should be higher than the top 5, but Arnold's got so many great hits, how do you choose? So that was Last Action Hero at number 5. Alright, now we're into the final 4, and of course you gotta have The Terminator from 1984.
The 12 gauge autoloader, the 45 long slide with laser sighting, the Uzi 9mm phased plasma rifle in a 40-watt range.
It's just what you see, pal. You can't do that.
Wrong.
The Terminator was a breakthrough role for Arnold in his career that made him a household name. It's really cool to see Arnold as the bad guy. I like Michael Biehn as Kyle Reese, an everyman hero we can all root for, and of course Linda Hamilton is always amazing as Sarah Connor. So that was The Terminator, number 4. Alright, now we're down to the top 3. Let's go to Total Recall.
See you at the party, Richter!
Obviously, being in the top 3, I'm a big fan of Total Recall, directed by Paul Verhoeven. And even though I am a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan and I prefer the original Total Recall, I also really enjoyed Colin Farrell's remake, directed by Len Wiseman. A really solid film, and it pulls punches by being PG-13 instead of Paul Verhoeven's R, but still, really fun. Alright, so that was Total Recall, coming in at number 3. This is probably a surprising one, but Raw Deal comes in at number 2.
Down.
There is no down. Hey, I'm not a cop. I'm a player.
I really enjoy Raw Deal. I think it's a fun film. It's not a perfect film. Raw Deal has a bit of nostalgia for me. Even though I never saw it as a child, I first watched it as a freshman in college when I bought it in the $5 bin at Walmart on a combo pack with Maximum Overdrive. And I watched it the next morning. You know, it was a Saturday morning, just waking up at like 7 a.m., putting on Raw Deal. And that was the first time I'd really seen the film in continuity or much at all. And I instantly fell in love, and I still love it to this day. So Raw Deal is number 2. Of course, number 1, if you know me, I talk about it all the time. It's no secret. The Running Man, 1987.
Don't forget to send me a copy.
Based on the Richard Bachman story, ghostwritten by Stephen King. Of course, The Running Man is very different than the novelization. I would definitely say the novelization and the film both have a certain dark grittiness to them, but that's about the extent of the connection. The book is much bleaker and darker, and would not have made for a satisfying film. But I would love to see a fateful film adaptation of the Stephen King novel, and I know many other fans of the novel feel the same way. Well, that was my Arnold Schwarzenegger top 10, and it made me wonder, would that be my top 3? And I suppose it would be. Well, actually, on second thought, well, you're still not going to top Ben Richards, the Butcher of Bakersfield, so Running Man is still number 1. But I'm going to go with True Lies as my number 2, and number 3, I believe, is Arnold's favorite, Kindergarten Cop, which just inspired a recent animated series he partnered up with Stan Lee to create. Really excited to see that. Alright, hey, thank you Video Tasties for doing this challenge. Thank you for watching. This is Colin in Cleveland. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you soon.
Enough talk! Wait! Hold on.
It's pretty hard to read, but I got an autograph from Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was running for governor. It says, "To Colin, the next action hero, Arnold."